Good day, my dear students. After acquiring wisdom on blockwise classification of elements on modern periodic table, today we discuss on the topic periodic trends in properties of elements. Periodic means appearing or occurring at intervals. For example, sunrise and sunset both occur at regular intervals, but earthquake accidents, etc., are not periodic. We don't know at what interval they occur. Hence, they are called non-periodic. Trend means a general direction in which something is developing or changing. For example, trend in the fashion technology, how it was, how it is now. In the same way, trend in the taste. So that is the meaning of what? Word trend. Now, periodic trend means they are specific patterns in the properties of elements that are revealed in the modern periodic table of elements. So, let us start today's topic on periodic trends in properties of elements. Under two headings, we will discuss periodic trends physically, periodic trends chemically. So, we will make one small chart here. Periodic trends in properties of elements under two headings. First, what? Trends in physical properties. Under this again there are branches are there. We will discuss about the atomic radius, ionic radius, ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, and electronegativity. Afterwards, we will go to trends in chemical properties. Under this heading, we will discuss on valency or oxidation state. Then we will go to anomalous properties of second period of modern periodic table. So let's move. First, we'll discuss on the trends in physical properties. In that, first is what? On the atomic radius. It is radius of an atom. First, let us bring to the mental picture an atom, its nucleus, center of nucleus, then outermost electron. Then let us draw imaginary line that is called radius of that atom, known as the atomic radius. Atomic radius is the distance from the center of nucleus to outermost shell of an atom. If you imagine structure of atom as a sphere, because they look like a cloud, we have learnt in the previous chapter structure of atom. So they look like a cloud or an orbital according to Heisenberg. So from the center of the cloud till the end, that is the atomic radius. See, just for a mental picture, center of the nucleus till the valence shell or valence electron. This distance is called what? Radius of this atom or atomic radius. But there is a difficulty to find accurate size because the size of atom is too small. So it is difficult to isolate atoms. We can measure the radius of a circle, but measuring radius of an atom is very difficult. So why it is very small? Second, one more reason is why it is difficult. Second reason is, according to probability picture, the possibility of finding an electron is never zero. Even up to large distances, the size of atom keeps on changing from one bounded state to another. Therefore, we consider effective size instead of accurate atomic size. We define the effective size according to the type of bonding present. That means, according to the de Broglie equation and according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, probability of finding electron from the nucleus is anywhere, but 90% where it is available, that is the orbital. So even beyond that also we can find electron. So the exact where is the which is the last point of that orbital, very difficult. That's why we take the concept of orbital from the Heisenberg and that points the last imaginary line to the center of the nucleus. That is the what? Radius of an atom. And it is studied in a group, not in a single atom, because single atom is very difficult to see in a group. For example, 1 mole, 2 mole, 3 moles. So when we see in a group, we zoom the picture in the spectroscopy. There nearby 2 atoms will highlight. From the nearby 2 atoms, we go for the calculation. So this is what they do in the spectroscopy branch. We learn in the higher classes. Now we'll go to one more radius, which is known as what? Covalent radius. It is the distance between the center of nuclei of atoms and mean position of a shared pair of electrons between the bonded atoms, or in a simple way we can say covalent radii is 1/2 of the internuclear distance between the bonded atoms. That means if you see the modern periodic table, right side, there are nonmetals. They prefer to share electrons. When they share, when they go for the covalent bonding, that time the distance between the two nuclei of the bonded atoms, that is the diameter, and its half is called as what? Covalent radius. In that way, they take the measurement in a group in the electronic cloud image. See, one small understanding picture you have drawn here. So this is one hydrogen atom, this is another hydrogen atom. They have gone for the sharing of electron. Please recall 9th class knowledge. So ionic bond, transfer of electron, covalent bond, sharing of electrons. So when they share electrons, so this is the center of the nucleus of one hydrogen atom, and this is the center of the nucleus of another hydrogen atom. So its half is covalent radius. Okay. Here the data says from spectroscopy that in hydrogen molecule the bond length, this is called as the bond length between the two nuclei of the bonded H atoms is 74 picometers. Therefore, its half, that is 37 picometer, is the radius of hydrogen atom. In that way it is taken. One more point is there. See, this hydrogen atom has combined with hydrogen. So that time this is the bond length. By chance, if hydrogen combines with oxygen, that time how they react, how they overlap, how they go for the bonding, that matters the distance. The same hydrogen, if it combines with chlorine to go for HCl, that time overlapping of the two atomic orbitals or the bonding of the two atomic orbitals differs when it is combined with the same hydrogen. So depend upon the type of the incoming atom to go for the molecule, bond length differs and the radius also differs. That's why we take average atomic radius. Metallic radius. This is for the metals. Most of the elements are metals only, It is defined as 1/2 of the internuclear distance between two neighboring metals in lattice. Please recall again 9th class. This is a small area selected from the metallic lattice. So these are the atoms joined together in the metallic lattice. So these two, either you select these two or these two, any two neighboring atoms you select. So that distance is called as the 2r. Its half is called as the r. That is known as what? Metallic radius. For example, copper. The bond length is 256 picometers. Therefore, its half is the metallic radius of the copper. Now, how it varies in the period left to right? Along period, the size keeps on decreasing due to increase in the nuclear charge. See, when you move from left to right, lithium, beryllium, boron, electron enters in the same shell. At the same time, in the nucleus, protons are also adding. When the protons are adding into the nucleus and electrons enter into the same level, so there is a increase in the plus charge in the nucleus. That increase in the plus charge drags the outermost electron due to the same shell, thereby going for small decrease in the size, that leads to the decrease in the atomic radii if you move from left to right in a period. Nuclear charge is the attraction of positive charged protons towards electron. As you move from left to right, atomic number increases only by 1. Remember this point. In a period, atomic number increases by only 1. So that's why the nucleus will pull the outer electrons, thereby causing decrease in the size. As we move towards right, the atomic number increases by 1, so as the number of protons increase, attraction increases, so the order is that it keeps on decreasing. For example, you see the third period. Lithium is it's a what metallic radius is more than in the period more than the beryllium, boron. See here you have studied atomic radius under two heading, covalent radius and the metallic radius, but we take atomic radius in general, okay, whether it is covalent or the metallic. Whenever you speak radius of an atom, it is a atomic radius only, okay. So atomic radius of lithium is more than beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, due to the increase in the nuclear charge, pulling of the nucleus by the electron. You can see the data also here. See the data. Second period, decrease, 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 decrease. In the same way, decrease in the atomic radius due to the nuclear pull. Graphically, it is proved here. See, you can see the graph. Atomic radius versus atomic number. Second period, lithium goes on decreasing, beryllium, boron. So this is a decreasing trend. Okay. Now, what is the variation of atomic radius in the group? In the group, what is the group? From top to bottom. Okay. There, when you move from top to bottom, from lithium to sodium, sodium to potassium, in the case of alkali metals, there extra shell is created. New shell is created. That means electron is going far away from the nucleus. When the electron is going far away from the nucleus, normally atomic radius also increases. So the trend is, in the period, if you move from left to right, atomic radius either constant or decreases. Whereas in a group, from top to bottom, due to the formation of the extra shell, due to the electron moving far away from the nucleus, atomic radius has to increase definitely. It is because new shell, same thing as told. Okay. You can take the example of the alkali metals, lithium small, next shell, this is 1s2, 2s1, 3s1, new shell, 4s1, 5s1, so shell is increasing, so it is going far away, so radius is increasing. So in the whole periodic table, alkyl group is the largest group according to the size. Why? Because alkali group is the leftmost group, and when you move from left to right, atomic radius decreases. Therefore, alkali metals have the largest size on the modern periodic table, and they are the best electron donors, and they are the best electron reducing agents also. This we can see data also. This is the alkali metal halogen trend is increasing due to new shell, graphically proved. Everything data is available. Alkali metal, okay, increasing trend. Halogen increasing trend. That means in the period decreases, in the group increases. So today we understood the variation of atomic radius in group as well as in the period. And tomorrow we discuss some other periodic trends. So till then, bye. Thank you, my dear students.